good, everybody? It's your boy Swidge, and in today's video, your boy is gonna be a bat. Yes, sir, you guys heard that right. I will be a bat. To add to all this, guys, I'm going to survive 100 days as a bat in a cave-only world. Yeah, so this is gonna be pretty hard, guys. In a cave-only world, there's literally no trees and no sunlight whatsoever. But luckily, I'm going to be a bat, and bats have night vision in Minecraft. But the worst thing I'm gonna have to be careful about and not dying is obviously my 3 hearts. Bats are small little guys. Will I be able to slay that ender dragon by the end of the 100 days? Watch the whole video to find out. And if you guys go on to enjoy this video and just me in general, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to see my whole YouTube journey and everything I do in Minecraft. Let's get into the video. So there it was on day 1, guys, in my new bat body. And in my bat body, I decided my name was gonna be Beanie the Bat. First thing I noticed was I was really short. I was really close to the ground, and I could also fly. And let's not forget, I had night vision, so that's why these caves were never dark for me. No, not like this, not that early. Yo, chill. And even when I loaded the very first minute into the world, I already had enemies, the skeleton. That was my first introduction to the dangerous side of the caves. It was so nice to have the luxury to fly around in the caves, so I spent day 1 just exploring and looting the overworld nether portals, and I actually got some good loot. Most of it was gold, but we'll take it. I was just really having fun flying around, so from day 2 to 3, I actually found a ravine. Look at me mine coal. And I said, let's stop fooling around. Maybe let's start collecting some of the essentials. Fellow bat. Hey, buddy. No, I need a shield. No, good thing you're trash. Oh, God. No. Oh, my goodness. There's no way. I have to eat my golden apple already. I need armor. Ow! No, not like this. Okay, I get one more hit. As you can see from this interaction with the skeleton, I nearly die. And this happens a lot during these 100 days, because I only have 3 hearts. So any mistake that I make could be my life. Please, I'm just a bat. It really isn't this serious, guys. Please, mine shafts, please. Yo, there's no way you just jumped me. I'm just a bat. Webs. Diamonds. Oh my God. Yes. Oh my God, finally. It was so cool to actually be in a cave-only world because I had to think further than the basics of Minecraft that I'm so comfortable with. So the first thing that came to mind was I need to make a crafting table, but I need to find wood. So the only way I could do that was find a mine shaft. And as you guys saw, I got in a little tussle and my hearts are literally at half a heart. So anything at this point could kill me. It's actually really tough being a bat, guys. 3 hearts. And the other thing was I had no food. What was I supposed to eat in this cave-only world? I was in for a wild ride, but I did prioritize getting armor and a shield because that was going to be how I stayed alive. I mean, there wasn't always downsides to being in this world. I could find diamonds so easily by just exploring around the corner. So on day 5 to 6, I basically collected everything that I was going to need to survive in this world. For example, a little bit of wood, and I actually even found some diamonds, guys. Well, obviously I found diamonds, but there was a lot of diamonds. Oh my God. What? Whoa. Okay. All right, that was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 diamonds. Yo. So as soon as I got those diamonds, I had to craft that chest plate. It was the most logical thing to do because I was still on half a heart. I continued searching around, found more diamonds, but I got so lucky and found some bread in this minecart with a chest here. I was now able to regen to 3 hearts. Oh, thank goodness. I continued caving with a little bit more confidence now that I had a little bit of food and collected as much gold as I could because maybe I could use that later in the nether. And obviously, whenever I passed by these little posts for wood, I would grab that because, this was probably the only chance I'd get wood in this world. And then I met my, nemesis. I don't know, I feel like I have a lot of nemesises in this 100 days, but this was definitely one. The cave spiders were so strong and scary, but I collected their webs so I could make a bed for later, or if I needed any wool, I'd have some. The scariest thing about cave spiders was that they would poison you, but you guys know poison doesn't actually kill you. It just takes you down to half a heart. So after I got poisoned, I obviously was scared. I had to be on high alert. This creeper here was guarding this chest that was in the minecart, but I was able to kill him, and inside was actually really good loot. I mean, I could never say no to food, and I got another golden apple, so we take those. And now that I had a shield, I took on this skeleton with ease. Obviously, I still need to be careful because I only have 3 hearts, and I think 2 or 3 shots would finish me. But on day 7, I finally decided to leave those mines and try to find a place to kind of settle, put a chest down, because you guys know the inventory is super full. Obviously, I need to make more food. I killed a good amount of skeletons to get bone meal, so I tried to make as much bread as possible. Literally, all it made was 1 piece, so, we were still struggling, guys. I began clearing out some land for my area. Then all of a sudden, I saw a chicken in the corner of my eye. This chicken was going to be essential to our world, because if we could find another one, we could make them and have chicken for days. Yeah, okay. Slowly. Relax. Slowly. Come down here. Well, you can do it, buddy. Luckily, there was no casualties. I mean, even if he fell, he's a chicken, so he'll just fall down really slow. But he knew what he was here for. He went directly into the hole that I made him, and he knew he was going to be domesticated for my pleasure, aka my hunger. I also spent the day just torching up the whole area because it was really hard to kind of tell how dark it actually was because I had night vision. So some spots would be dark, but I actually wouldn't know because I could see everything in full brightness. So that was a really big problem. The chicken had finally laid her first egg, and I threw it, and obviously nothing came out. You guys will notice that's just my luck. But on the rest of day 9, I decided to explore the caves just a little bit more, and as I was traveling, something came to mind. I am in a cave-only world, but let's see if there's anything above me. So I decided to check out what was on the roof of this cave, and as soon as I got towards the top, there was bedrock. So that means that bedrock was above me and below me. There was no way out of this. I wasn't in a specific dome. I was stuck, guys. After sleeping on the night of day 9, I realized on day 10 that I'm literally the same height as a bed. So that was quite interesting. I was probably less than 1 block tall. I also started my ender pearl collection process and killed my first enderman, and luckily it dropped an ender pearl. And on day 10 I decided it was probably a good time to make a nice storage system, or kind of a place that's above everything else, because if I could have a nice little base right there, I would be safe from all the mobs. Because if I was close to the ground, a mob could spawn and I could die if I was AFK for even 10-15 seconds. I didn't want to build the most elaborate base ever. I wanted to keep it pretty simple because we're just in a cave. I'm just a bat. I'm kind of focused more on the adventure side of things, so I kept it as minimal as possible. As I was transferring stuff from the chest, a zombie had spawned and the chicken had laid another egg. First of all, I had to kill the zombie because I'm not trying to die. But then I threw the egg, and of course, nothing came out of it. I needed another chicken. I didn't have any food whatsoever, so I spent the rest of day 10 actually hunting mobs, aka just the skeletons. I needed them for bone meal, but all the other mobs obviously want a piece of Beanie the Bat, so I had to deal with those too. I was actually quite hesitant around creepers because if they were actually to blow up around me, I don't know if I would be able to take that full explosion and live. Because I'm used to having 10 hearts, and I can't recall how much explosion does for damage, but you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. I was already on day 10 and I didn't want to lose my progress. It was actually kind of tough the first couple of days because I lacked so much food, and when you have 3 hearts, you're always regenning. So whenever I did eat the food, the saturation of it would just disappear if I got hit by any single mob. So from day 11 to 14, I entered the caves once again now that I had 2 pieces of bread, and I actually made a pretty sad realization almost after dying to these skeletons. I swear every mob is like jumping off of cliffs, doing 360s just to try to kill Beanie. I don't know what they had against me. Like, I'm just a bat. Like, look at this guy, comes out of nowhere, and I thought I was done here. I have half a heart. Oh my god, I was so scared. I just slowly backed up with my shield and I got out of there and ate my bread. But then I realized I have a bow. I can actually just use it against these skeletons. It was probably the safest place. So I definitely went back and I killed the 2 skeletons that had almost taken my life. And I had to reclaim the caves as the bat I was. And of course, collecting as much gold as possible so that when we went to the Nether, it'd be a lot easier. And just to make golden apples, even golden carrots, if we could find any carrots down the line. It was so nice to be in this ravine, collecting diamonds. It was so easy to find it because in any ravine, in a cave-only world, you know, you just see it everywhere. I was starting to feel a lot safer now that my diamond count was getting high, so I could make a full set. And I still kind of had to adjust to the bat life and how to fly, and I almost actually died in the lava here. I got down to half a heart. Good thing I had that water bucket to save my life, because that would have been so bad. On day 15, I finally crafted my first diamond set. That session in the cave was super beneficial. You guys know if you have full diamond armor, you just feel better. The next was Netherite, but we weren't there quite yet. I did some bat twerking, and it looks kind of funny. Like, you go upside down, and I just kind of checked myself out as a bat. You know, it looked kind of cool. Then I spent day 15 just working on our little chest slash home room. I don't know. I guess like the whole entire cave is my home, but I just wanted an area for my belongings. I also made this nice little stepway that has a better view. I was starting to think, you know, if I'm in a cave-only world, I kind of want to embrace it. So I put my bed on top of here, and the view was amazing. After appreciating the view, I put my bed down and I had my sleep on my new bedroom. On day 16 to 19, I realized I was out of wood, so we had to go back and find a new mineshaft to collect more wooden planks and hopefully maybe find some minecarts with some more seeds. I was looking for seeds, almost potatoes, and I didn't know if you could find saplings anywhere, but I just kept exploring the mine shafts and collecting wood. It was actually super fun, and I grabbed some obsidian because I had some plans for the Nether soon. And of course, I gotta keep killing those endermen for our end goal, killing that ender dragon. And then I thought to myself, I think zombies drop potatoes, so I decided to make an XP farm that I usually make. A really simple one, just a nice platform on top. And so from day 20 to 25, I did that. I cleared out as much space as possible to do this, and luckily I didn't have to do too much just because, you know, I'm in a cave-only world, so every block I just had to actually sculpt the whole area. Took a few days though. I only had iron pickaxes and diamond pickaxes. No efficiency or anything quite yet. And of course, in between, the chicken laid eggs, and of course, there's no chicken. When I was last down in the cave, I feel like I grabbed enough wood, but then I totally forgot how much wood trap store required. So while I was doing this, I ran out of wood. So we actually had to hop back into the cave from day 25 to 29. You know, I was welcomed by a creeper trying to, blow me up, and a skeleton trying to shoot me. But yeah, I was kind of at peace. I was kind of hanging out, listening to music, getting my wood planks. And then I ran back into the nemesis, that cave spider that got me down to half a heart. But it's okay, guys. We're not going to die. I had my bread, I hid, I made sure I was ready, but they just wouldn't let me kill the spawner. I kept trying to take it out because I didn't want to deal with any cave spiders. But eventually, I was able to get it, but they spawned one more cave spider that actually poisoned me. I'm not quite sure, but we got it. Don't worry, guys. I wanted to be down there for a while because I wanted to get as much oak planks as possible so I wouldn't have to worry about wood later for if I was doing any projects or had to make anything. So I made sure I grabbed as much as possible. I literally cleared the whole entire mine shaft, and of course the cave spiders are making it super hard for me. Man, I'm just trying to be a bat collecting wood for his life so he can survive 100 days, but look at these spiders. They're just literally everywhere. And the creepers, this was actually a really scary encounter here. I ran into a creeper and a cave spider ran at me, exploded, but luckily I had my shield out and I didn't die. I didn't let it phase me, so I continued collecting oak planks because that was my main purpose right there. I actually just zoned in and grabbed as much as possible. After a lot of near-death experiences, I was able to leave, and on day 31 to 33, I finished up all the trapdoors, and I expanded out the chests a little bit, making it look a little bit more aesthetic, I want to say. I was kind of going for like a cobblestone cave look, and as I was working on it, I actually saw a creeper spawn, so that's always good to see. I then continued to go down below the spawner itself and try to actually just torch up the whole area. That way it would be a little bit more efficient. Of course, gotta kill those endermen. And this enderman nearly kills me here. Good thing I had my shield out. It is literally destroying my shield. I was able to fly away and get into a 1-block height and finish off that enderman. But it was really, really close. For sure, if I didn't have diamond armor, I would have died within 2 hits, so it was really good that I got that diamond armor early. The XP farm was ready to go. I basically did one last check, and I went up to an AFK spot. I sat there for 2 days, and on day 36, I went down to check it, and nothing had worked. I don't know what happened. It was actually pretty sad when I went down there. I was expecting a bunch of mobs, but literally, I saw nothing, so that was quite a sad time. And just to add to all that, the chicken egg did not pop out a baby chicken, but the wheat was ready to go, and so I crafted the nether portal, and it was time for us to go into the nether. I was not scared anymore. And when I entered the nether, oh my goodness, it felt so good just to fly around in the nether. Because usually you gotta lower yourself down safely, there's lava, you gotta be careful. But as a bat, you can just fly around in the nether. It was so OP. And then I actually even made a revelation, guys. There's trees in the nether. Like actual trees, like logs that makes 4 planks. Like, just thinking about this now, what was I thinking? Like, why did I just think the mine shaft was gonna be the only way when I could enter the nether and use the whole entire tree? I also used this time to trade with the piglins, and my inventory was super full, so we just made a quick pit stop back at home and put everything away. But then we were back out to the nether from day 39 to 46. It was actually so good to be a bat in the nether. I got hot tourist destination in just a matter of time. I was even barely traveling, but I just kept flying around exploring the whole entire nether. Got in this battle with this ghast. I had to make sure I was the #1 flying creature in the nether. And I finally found a bastion, and it had ancient debris in this chest that I found. I also found out that these hoglins right here were going to be a big problem. They aggroed me no matter what. This one here hit me and got me down to 1.5 heart. I continued looting and found another piece of ancient debris, so that was really good. But I had to get rid of the threats. These big hoglins, they hurt a lot. I started traveling throughout these bastions trying to collect gold. I tried to play really, really safe because, any of these piglins at one point, if they have an axe, I think they can one-shot me. I won't even lie to you guys. I'm terrified of piglins. So every time I was looting, I just made sure I had a nice little safe, hole to hide from or a nice way to get away. So that way I could never risk dying. This first bastion was so good though. I had 2 ancient debris and a netherite scrap. It was so good. I even found pig step, guys. Like, come on, let's go. I'm not going to play it for you guys, but we still got pig step. Went along, just kept collecting gold, playing it really safe. I actually found the big bastion. I'm not sure what this one's called, but the chest was so good. Ancient debris and a scrap diamond chest plate, and a bunch of arrows. I had to get rid of these little slime cubes because there's no way I'm gonna die from the magma cubes. You know, they can surprise you sometimes. I'm just telling you guys, so be careful. I stole all of the gold. Oh my goodness, look at all this gold. And collected everything. I even collected everything on the outside. During my travels, I even found a strider. I had a saddle from the chest, and I've never actually ridden one of these before, so I decided to hop in. And it was quite interesting, you know. It was quite small. I'm not usually the regular Steve I am. I could see inside it, and it was just funny. It was just really weird. Along my travels, I finally found a nether fortress, and it was a good time to get those blaze rods so I could make these ender eyes. It was a good thing I actually got the fire resistance potions from trading with the piglins, because if I were to actually get lit on fire, I'd probably die instantly. So that was really good. There was actually a lot of mobs out there. Of course, a skeleton is trying to mess with me while I'm killing these blazes. It was so easy to get blaze rods because usually you have to wait till they get, you know, towards the ground, or you gotta kill them not over the lava so it burns. But I can actually just chase them down, kill them, and catch the blaze rods. It was so easy. The loot in the fortress was super good as well. Diamonds, gold, all types of stuff, guys. It was so good. It was just so good to be a bat, guys. It was so good. But it was also stressful because, you know, you have no hearts. I collected so much gold from all those bastions, I decided, you know, maybe I'll just trade a little bit more with the piglins. Even though my inventory was completely full, I had a lot of gold to use, and I could use more ender pearls. So I reeled these guys in, got my ender pearls. I was all ready to go. Stopped by another fortress on the way back home that I, you know, missed on the way there. Not too much loot, so I went home right away. So on day 47, when we finally got back, the chicken obviously laid an egg, and we gotta test it. Obviously, nothing. You know, we're day 47, and the chicken has laid eggs, but none of the eggs are giving me the percentages. I honestly don't know what to say. Maybe it's because I'm a bat. I don't know. I don't know. When I got back to the base, I got everything organized, and I crafted a few Eyes of Ender. The reason why I crafted them, I actually wasn't going to go fight the Ender Dragon right away, but I wanted to go find bookshelves at the stronghold because, I mean, there was no leather. I mean, I could get leather from trading with the piglins, but in terms of paper, I didn't know where to find any of that. So I thought to myself, the best way to get books is to go to that stronghold and find that library. So on day 48, I finally got there. I began looting all the chests, kind of getting through the barriers, kind of locating around the stronghold, killed a few mobs, of course. I mean, it's basically pitch dark, but I have night vision, guys. So good to be a bat. So good, but so stressful. You hear it the whole time. Some of the chests were actually okay. I mean, I don't really need redstone. I don't really build with redstone. That's one of just the thing that I do. I mean, I guess I don't do. Anyways, I actually found the portal room because I could hear silverfish from a distance. There was actually a lot of them. All of a sudden, you see the portal room. It's covered in lava because a bunch of the blocks turned into silverfish. It was quite interesting. I got rid of the silverfish and I placed in my Eyes of Ender because I actually wasn't intending on going to the end like I said earlier, but I finally found the library. The chests were okay. I mean, the books. There was a bunch of books. I was going to get a lot of books anyways. A few of the enchanted books were okay. Nothing I could really use. But I spent the rest of that day literally just raiding the whole entire library. I took every single book possible. Well, whatever my inventory could hold. One pig. Oh my god, 4 cows. Stay here. Don't die. Stay here. Don't die. When I got back to the base on day 50, I saw some hostile mobs spawn. 4 cows and 1 pig. That was really good news. It was really close to our base. But what I did on day 50 was I finally designed our enchantment station, and I finally had our first enchant. Yeah, that's right. A level 30 enchantment just to get Silk Touch. Oh my god, my luck is just so bad with Minecraft. So I got the grindstone, and I had to try it again. You know, I had to get something a little bit better. Efficiency 4, Fortune 2 wasn't good enough. Gotta get rid of that. Come on, this has got to be it, right, guys? Okay, this is a little bit better. Efficiency 3, Unbreaking 3, and Silk Touch. Not bad. On day 51 to 54, it was time to finally get a little farm going. It got me a little bit excited because this meant food. But at the same time, our food situation was looking really good after looting in the Nether. A lot of these chests have golden carrots. I wasn't too worried about the food aspect of it, more like the leather and the beef. It was just nice to have a mob that was neutral and wasn't going to hurt me. After I finally gathered them into their little pen here, I wanted to make sure there was no mob spawning in this area because I was probably going to AFK around here and just hang out with the mobs. So I started lighting up everywhere around here. And the thing is, like I said earlier, guys, it is so dark, but I have night vision, so I just try to put like a torch every other block. Just to be safe, you know? I even spent some time to grab more coal because I just didn't feel like there was enough torches. So I made sure it was fully covered. I even started making a wheat farm right outside. And one thing I noticed actually while playing, something about the farming mechanic, I couldn't place a seed on every lot that I usually do. I don't know if because it's lacking sunlight or the water is kind of being weird, but I have no idea. Somebody let me know down in the comment section below. On day 56, I actually was in the Nether, and I thought, you know, the best way to find Netherite was to go mining with my pickaxe because I was scared to do the bed method or even make TNT, because if I hopped in the bed, I may have died. I don't know how it would have worked, but I didn't want to take that risk. So after breaking my pickaxe from one day of mining, I decided, I remembered actually that when I was out looking around the bastions, I could find a lot of ancient debris, a lot of scrap. Well, I definitely wanted full netherite armor, so I thought it'd be a good idea just to go fly around the nether, because I was a bat. I was going to take advantage of my ability to fly and just move around the nether so freely without an elytra, which was super good. And I started raiding every single bastion I could find. I remember this. This was such a long session being in the nether. I was getting sick of the nether, actually. You can tell from this shader pack. It has a really distinct look, and the lavas are really distinct, reddish pink, whatever color lava is. And I remember getting a headache from this, but I was like, I gotta do this. I'm a bat. I have 3 hearts. If I get full netherite armor, I'm gonna be okay when I fight that ender dragon. And you can see as I'm moving in every single one of these bastions, I'm playing it really, really safe. So I'm, making sure I have a hole in that wall so I can hide inside if the one with the axe, if the piglin with the axe wants to come over and try to chop me. But I still was kind of getting hit by the ones with the crossbows, but those were easier to avoid. Literally every single block of gold that I ran into, I mined it. I made sure it was in my inventory, and I actually used the gold to kind of distract the piglin so that I could go into every chest safely and just loot everything safely. Yeah, it was actually pretty fun trying to avoid the piglins, but look at my golden carrot supply. Some of these chests have so many golden carrots, and I'm getting my netherite scrap up and my debris, and some of the chests, like especially on the main bastions, they have really, really good loot. After a long session in Nether, I finally got back home on day 74. I smelted my netherite, but I needed more levels. I wanted to enchant that netherite, so I went back to the Nether on day 74 and mined all the quartz and gold I could find, because you guys know, if you guys ever need levels, just go down to the Nether, mine that quartz. Quartz is a great block to use, and it just gives you really good XP. The first thing I enchanted was my bow. I got a really good bow, actually. I didn't mind it whatsoever. And my sword was decent enough. I didn't have that many levels to, re-enchant. Then I enchanted my full set of netherite armor. Oh my god, I was so happy to do that. It was such a grind, but it was definitely going to be worth it. I was now ready to take on that ender dragon with my new gear, so I got there on day 77. I cleared my inventory, and it was time to enter the end. Oh god, here we go. Let's go. Oh my god, here we go. Here we go. Piece of damage. This should be easy. But I need to watch out for her. Yes, yes, watch this. Imagine. Yes, sir. Yup, one more. Yeah. I'll fight her with my bow only. Oh, I do not want to get hit by that. Stay close, but not too close. That's the goal. As you can see, it was so easy for me to take out the healing towers because I could just fly and get the best angle on it. But I had to be really careful because I think any hit from the ender dragon would have killed me. It was a really good idea to enchant my bow and my sword before we left because it was actually doing so much damage. I snuck underneath the ender dragon and I got her super low. It was finally time for me to become the #1 flying creature in Minecraft. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come on, last shot. Ready? 360. Oh, I just hit 360. Where's she? Oh my god, I lost track. That was not good. Ah! Yes, sir. Look at this. Nice little selfie. We will take all of this XP, baby. Yes, sir. That was too free, actually. That was so easy. Yes, sir, boys and girls, we had done it. We have went out and we have completed our main goal in this 100 days. It was actually such a good fight against the ender dragon. I didn't know if I got hit by the ender dragon, I could have died at any point. So I made sure to play it really safe and from range because I'm just a bat. I'm just a bat who just beat the ender dragon, guys. It was so easy. As soon as we entered the other side of the end, I could just fly around and look for end cities and end ships. Of course, the first thing I had to do was collect that ender dragon head because I was feeling myself, guys. I had just killed her, so I had to put it on my head. I mean, obviously, it didn't look like I actually had it on because I'm, on the morph mod and using the bat, but it was finally time to start looting these end cities and end ships because the loot is insane. So I was super excited to collect as much as possible. This is definitely where being a bat in a world like this is so beneficial. Not only was it beneficial in the nether, but in the end, I didn't have to worry about getting blocks to build up to things or even watch out for the shulkers. All I needed to do was fly. I mean, look at these chests. Some diamonds, some gold, really good armor. I mean, look at this, guys. It was so good. Good thing I had a silk touch pick because I grabbed the nether chests and I filled them up. That way I could stay in the end for a long time and get as much loot as possible. I found so many end ships and end cities. I mean, obviously I was traveling for days, but it was just so much easier and faster to travel without bridging, because all I know and all I remember from playing regular Minecraft, not as a bat, just bridging, and it was so annoying. So I didn't even have to go through that stage, and so all I had to worry about was looting. My collection of elytras was getting very, very high, and my armor that I was finding was going to be my new netherite armor when I came back. It wasn't until I was in the end till I realized the perks of being a bat. I mean, I was stressed out the whole time about food or dying, but now that I had good armor and I was able to fly, I wasn't scared of anything anymore. I had a lot of golden apples, I had a lot of food. There was so much good loot out there for me to grab. It was so easy for me. So you guys should definitely give this a try. It was so much fun. That didn't mean I actually let my guard down. I actually still had to be super careful because I'm still playing hardcore Minecraft. Things hurt a lot more. And if I were to die, I'd lose everything at this point what I've been looting. And I didn't want to lose that because I'd looted a lot at this point. After going to a good amount of end cities and end ships, my inventory was getting full, but even my ender chest was getting super full. On day 87, I finally found one of those portal things to leave. I can't remember what this is called, but the portal to leave the end. So I left, I went into the portal, and I watched the whole entire credit scene. Not. Who actually watched the whole credit scene, man? Are you kidding me? I respawned back in my bed, and it was good to be back. I'd be gone for a while, but I came back a new bat. Look at all of this loot that I got. This was in my ender chest and in my inventory. There was so much. There's exactly 5 elytras there. So obviously I got everything organized on this day. I got all my dragon heads and I placed them around the base. I put 2 near my bed because why not? I didn't really know what to do with them. Yeah, I just thought it was cool just to flex them because I had 4. I put 1 by the enchantment station and 1 just by the grindstone here. But it was missing something, the dragon egg. So I put it over there and I took a little selfie right there because I thought it looked pretty cool. And with all the XP that I got from the ender dragon, I actually grindstoneed all of my netherite armor and I wanted to upgrade it and try to go for better gears. And I also actually had 5 elytras that I actually had no use for whatsoever. So I decided to hang them up right beside the bed because, you know, where else could they be? I had to flex them somewhere, guys. But on day 89 to 94, I actually thought to myself, let's go fight this wither. I'm really strong right now. My gear is insanely OP. So let's take on the wither. So I went over to the nether and I tried to find all the skeletons. I was in it for a little while. I had to be really careful, actually. When the wither skeleton actually hit me, I had no idea how much health I had. So good thing I brought all my golden apples. By the time I actually left, all the golden apples were gone. It was so nice just to be able to fly above the wither skeleton so they actually couldn't hit me. I mean, every now and then I'd slip up and I'd fly down a little bit too low, but that was totally okay. And then I finally got that 3rd wither skeleton, and then I got some soul sand and we were ready to fight the wither. I was feeling good, guys. I have all this new gear, you know, all netherite, really good enchantments, and a really good bow. So I was feeling really, really good. I ate a golden apple and I activated the wither. I ran into this tunnel that I made that was 1 block high, so it actually couldn't reach me, and I got a couple bow shots in. I was feeling really good, but then all of a sudden, he actually fired one of those explosions directly at me. I actually panicked, I ate a golden apple, and I was actually getting really scared. Throughout the fight, I just kept trying to sneak in bow shots here and there, and hopefully he wasn't able to snipe another one of those explosions through the hole that I made. The only way I was going to be safe and not die here was to make sure I was hiding underneath this 1 block and use my bat powers to my advantage. I mean, when I was able to get really good sword swings on the wither, it did a lot of damage, but for the time being, I tried my best just to keep my distance because the wither was super strong. I might actually go ahead and say it was harder than the ender dragon. Yeah, I'm saying that, but it actually felt harder because it was just more dangerous in the fact that I couldn't even see my hearts and I was in a really confined space. That was kind of the idea, though. I didn't want the wither to go fly around and have all this free space, rather than have the wither, you know, underneath the ground. That way I can kind of just control the battlefield. I had all these escape tunnels just in case it went south, but it was finally time for me to finish off that wither. It was getting really low, but then I finally saw an opportunity to finish him off. Come on. Come on. Yes! Yes, sir. When I got back on day 97, I decided, you know, I have a lot of gold, so let's make a beacon. And so I started crafting a 7x7 beacon. I mean, I wasn't probably going to use it, nor did I need it, but you know, it would be a nice flex just to have a beacon on the base. So that's what I did on day 97 and 98. As I'm constructing it here, like I have so much gold from all the bastions I looted. I didn't even mine any of this gold. That's the crazy part. I went back to the end to go find some glass because I couldn't find any sand in this cave-only world. I came back and tried to craft the beacon, but I actually couldn't do it with this stained-colored glass. So unfortunately, I couldn't make a beacon. So I placed it in this item frame. Unfortunately, there wasn't much we could do about the situation at hand. We're in a cave-only world. We kind of have to deal with the punches that we were given. So on day 99, I thought it'd be a good idea. I thought it'd be pretty cool just to make a little bat face. I mean, it doesn't look exactly like the bat, but this is kind of the materials I have. I'm just saying I don't have a lot of the materials. I'm just saying I'm very limited. But it was really cool just to have a bat face, guys. You know, I just really felt like at home now. And on day 100, guys, I put everything away except for the saddle and some horse armor because I wanted to see what it looked like if I were to ride a horse as a bat. I mean, I think it'd be kind of interesting, but then again, I just started remembering, like, there's not many passive mobs that spawn, let alone horses. I've only seen one before, but that was totally okay. I accepted the fact that I wasn't going to find any. I found a group of bats, and, you know, I flew around with them, I hung out, the sunset was, like, glitching through the blocks right here, and I just kept exploring the rest of the cave world. I didn't spend too much time actually exploring the caves themselves, because I was more focused on the adventure and getting stronger and not dying. So the last thing I wanted to do in the world, you know, because it was a whole entire cave, I wanted to find diamonds before, you know, day 101. So this is how I wanted to end day 100. I went searching into caves. I burnt my first diamond, unfortunately. Placed down a water bucket because I didn't want to lose anymore. And I grabbed all the diamonds. And that was the end to our 100-day hardcore journey as a bat. I honestly had so much fun playing as this mob here. The bat is so fun. The ability to fly. Just look at me. I'm a bat. I'm upside down right now. I'm crouched. It's so cool, guys. What mob do you guys want to see me do next for 100 days? I had so much fun. Be sure to hit that like button if you guys are at the end of this video. And subscribe if you haven't already. A secret comment at the end. You can say secret squad in the comment section so I know who's watching at the end. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.